Hey everybody, Dillahan here, finally with a new cast of the Elite Mod Division A Finals. I believe this is Season 7 of the Elite Mod League. And this is going to be a match between Val Hero as the Inquisitor Imperial Guard versus Mana Faith / Texanius playing as the Eldar Warlock. So this is the first match in this final series on Calderon Desert again, oddly enough. So it looks like we're going for a pretty standard opening from both players. We got a Sentinel coming out for Tex, and Val Hero is going for a triple Guardian opening, which is pretty standard against Imperial Guard. It's been about a month since my last cast. I've been spending a lot of time playing the game myself, re-familiarizing myself with it, and a bit more comfortable discussing metagame, strategy stuff now that I've played a bit more in recent times. So Warlock here is just kind of harassing the Sentinel and the Inquisitor. I don't think this is really getting much value, but I guess it is stopping both the Inquisitor and the Sentinel from doing much capping. So from that perspective, it is slowing down Val Hero's map control quite a bit. Val Hero is forcing off the Warlock of Texanius and going for double generators, as Tex is only getting a single generator. Guardsmen engaging the Guardians up in the corner here. This is definitely going to be a retreat for the Guardians as the Inquisitor shows up. You have a... oh no, no Sergeant on the Guardsman squad yet. And no second Guardsman yet from Tex, which is a little interesting. I would have expected a second Guardsman by now, but... or sorry, not from Tex, from Val Hero. My guess is maybe he's going for catechins a bit early. Sentinel engaging double Guardians is going to have to pull back a bit to repair. There's the catechins coming up and also a shuriken platform for Tex. So, as of yet, no war gear from either player. I would expect Val Hero to be getting something on his Inquisitor though. Either maybe the Interrogator's armor for silently to kind of sneak up on the shuriken platform, or the brazier. Maybe the crossbow too, but I doubt it. I like the crossbow, but I think it's not a super common choice. He is going for the refractor field, Rosarius. That's a good choice too as well. That'll help tank a lot of the Dire Avenger DPS. Val Hero's on a bit of a back foot here because Tex is using his Dire Avenger shields, Guardian shields, to essentially make himself immune to the Sentinel's gun. And with only one Guardsman squad to repair the Sentinel, it's going to go pretty slow. Meanwhile, Tex is securing most of the map control on the sides of the map. He has the right VP, and he decapped the left VP, and also getting this requisition point up here. Warlock is going to be forced off here by the Inquisitor. He is getting the Interrogator's armor after the refractor field. Interrogator's armor pairs really well with the Rosarius because it boosts his energy, which is also effectively health with the refractor field. Looks like just one set of battle gears so far, and a Ranger squad followed up from the shuriken platform. Shuriken set up under this shield. It's going to be really annoying to deal with. And the Sentinel is going to try and decap the VP, but it is definitely going to get forced back here. I think so far the game is in favor of Tex here. He's got more firepower overall. Val Hero going for a third generator, and Tex getting his second generator. So Val Hero should get to tier 3 quite a bit quicker. Catechins decapping this wreck point, setting up a booby trap. The Rangers are going to somewhat counter that sort of strategy. And we do have a spotter squad coming from Val Hero to help deal with this shuriken platform. These catechins are kind of stuck over here. I think he should probably get out of here. These Rangers are gonna... they already got Pathfinder gear. We got double battle gear. I think these catechins are gonna have to go home. Inquisitor getting up on the shuriken platform. This Guardian squad might actually have to retreat here. Throwing the grenade. Yeah, not a little too far back, but he was gonna try and knock him back into the grenade, which is pretty hard to avoid. Inquisitor is gonna get up on the shuriken platform and tie it up. The Ranger actually losing a model instantly from the catechins. Gonna lose a second model, probably? Yep, second model goes down. No Hammer of the Witches. Just has slightly more than 100 health anyway to survive. Staying a bit longer than I would have liked to get that barrage off. Probably not worth it. third generator up for Tex. And the no war gear on the Warlock. Warlock just mostly being used to capture stuff. Spotters are not going to be super useful against the Dire Avengers Guardians. Mostly useful against the Ranger and maybe the Shuriken platform. Lots of battle gear. I think all the Guardians have battle gear now. No, one still doesn't. Inquisitor being forced off. Guardsman is just being forced to recapture this requisition point that keeps getting harassed by the Guardians. And the Warlock is just going to walk up in here and basically force off Texas units, getting a very good destructor off on the Guardsman, taking off about a third of their health. And just decapping this VP. Catachin's not even at full health, so not getting a ton of value out of them. Spotters, dude in the barrage, just kind of force the Dire Avengers not to engage, but yeah, I think Valhira is going to beat Tex to tier 2, but really not by much. Tex is going to be tier 2 in a couple seconds as well. We're starting tier 2. So it doesn't really make a big difference either way. Although Tex is kind of forgetting to tech a little bit. Destroying the booby trap over here. And yeah, we do have the spotter blinding this shuriken, or reducing its range rather. So maybe the Inquisitor can get up into melee. Taking a ton of damage there though to do that. This Catachin squad is going to be forced off over here. Tex is maintaining some intense VP pressure here with this Warlock. Inquisitor being forced off. Shuriken resetting up. Kind of an unnecessary retreat there, I think. I don't think that would have done much damage. Tex is really forgetting to go tier 2 here. He's almost at 170 power. This squad being forced off here. Warlock is just capping the VP, not even bothering to fight the Catachins. So this is a big misplay by Tex here, forgetting to tech tier 2. Somewhat common to happen. It's one of those things, it doesn't really matter depending on what he's going to go for in tier 2. Because if he's just going to go for a Wraith Lord, delaying his tier 2 doesn't matter a whole lot. But if he wanted to get faster Warlocks or cheaper upgrades, delaying his tier 2 is kind of a big blow. Ultimately, I don't think it's going to matter too much. I think Tex is probably going to go for a Falcon, is my guess. As for Valhira, though, my guess is he's going to go for Stormtroopers, maybe? If he gets enough red in time to call them in for cheapo. Inquisitor going to need Infernal Pistol right away in tier 2. So he's really expecting that Falcon that is actually going to be quite a bit delayed. I'm assuming at this point Tex is just going to go for a Wraith Lord. He's got enough money. It looks like a more reasonable purchase. And this Sentinel really not able to contribute a whole lot. Kind of a random retreat there. I guess he just wants to reinforce that squad up. As for a second purchase from Valhira, I'm not sure what you really go for here. I could maybe see Ogrins being an okay pick, but at the same time, he does have all the tools to kind of counter that. So Tex has definitely enough power for a Wraith Lord. We could even see like a fast tier 3 with as much map control as he has. Spotters engaging the Rangers is kind of a fun dynamic here. Rangers actually are going to go down, I think, here if he can focus fire them. They might just... I don't know, Spotters not able to get that last model. He's going for Wraithguard, actually, for Tex. That's always a good pick, and we do have the Stormtroopers being called in. But Wraithguard are always a good pick against Imperial Guard, but I think a Wraith Lord would have been... I guess it goes either way. The Stormtroopers could get a Melta kit, and then that wouldn't last very long. And you always got the threat of the Missile Sentinel. Yeah, I don't know. I guess Wraithguard is an okay choice. No war gear yet from the Warlock. I would really like to see something from him. Inquisitor just going to be forced off here by these Guardians. We do have Ogrins coming up for Valhira. That is probably the best choice in this situation. Because it does somewhat counter everything, although Wraithguard are a bit of a threat. And we do have this Dire Avenger squad kind of trying to cap this requisition point again. So one thing you can notice is that Tex has maintained this plus 30 this entire game, whereas he keeps decapping us, and Val Hero very rarely has plus 30. He does have this one, but he's having a lot of pressure on his map control. So we do have this Dire Avenger squad being shot up a little bit. We got the Wraithguard engaging the Catachans. Somewhat okay dodging, but not going to be enough now that they're suppressed. They're going to have to retreat. Catachans really struggle against Wraithguard because one bad shot really hurts the whole squad. We do got the Plasma Guns and the Commissar coming up on the Guardsmen to help counter the Wraithguard. Stormtroopers are going to get forced off by this Dire Avenger, as are the Spotters. At this point, you should just retreat and minimize the bleed. He's sticking around. He doesn't really need to. I think he could have just stopped and shot them, but I guess getting in the cover makes that a bit easier. We do have the Ogres trying to sneak up with actually upgrading with the Sergeant after activating the invisibility does mean that they actually reveal themselves, as the new model doesn't cloak, but it really doesn't matter. The Ogres just shrug off the Shuriken platform completely. Warlock being engaged by the Ogres. Warlock is upgrading with a ton of war gear all of a sudden. Channeling Runes, Cloak of Shadows, and the Witchblade of Kurnos. Witchblade of Kurnos, power melee, very good against Ogres. And likewise, the Cloaking Shroud will give passive range damage reduction. So I think the intent is to use the Channeling Runes on the Wraithguard to just tank. Val Hero's in a decent position at this point, but we do have a Falcon coming out. He is regaining all this map control. You can see how the map is suddenly turning quite blue. No upgrade on these Stormtroopers, not committing to either the Assault Kit or the Melt-A-Gun. Makes sense. He probably wants the flexibility of getting the Melt-A-Gun in case a Wraith Lord or a Falcon does come out. And Ranger squad just poking at the Inquisitor. Inquisitor is actually going to get forced off here. Might actually die if he's not paying attention. Okay, good. Doing the Incendiary Grenade here to kind of deter them from walking away. Cloaking up on these Wraithguard again, but this is not going to work as well as it did last time. Because the Warlock is here with his Power Blade. Actually knocking down his own Warlock. The Warlock might actually be forced to retreat here. Using the Cloaking Shroud to make these guys invisible and reduce the range damage. Catachin's not getting much value, I don't think. They did get some decent value early on, but they've mostly just been a side-capping squad for the last few minutes. This Guardian squad is going to have to retreat here. Trying to force this Stormtrooper squad to retreat as well, but not really working for him. A second Ogre squad coming from Val Hero. That is a very interesting choice. I think I actually kind of like it, because Tex is... Tex actually lost a Guardian at some point too, which is pretty a big blow to him. The second Ogre is going to be really tough to deal with. He's going to have to... He's not retreating the squad. Probably should be. He might actually lose a second Guardian squad here. Inquisitor forcing off the Falcon. Webway coming up over here just to get that VP pressure. At this point, Tex is pretty close to winning on VPs, about 170 to 400, with a almost triple cap. So again, 90 VPs per minute. That's less than 2 minutes for Val Hero to really reclaim it. He is decapping this VP, which will slow that to about 60. Oh, he did actually manage to force this Ranger squad to run away. Not really sure where it went. If it went into the webway. Yeah, it's in the webway. Okay. Ogren's capping the VP. Warlock coming out to duel the Ogren's. Engagement in the middle, forcing off the Shuriken and the Wraithguard. Inquisitor level 2, Warlock only level 1. So Warlock is pretty good against Ogren's with the Power Blade, but not quite enough on his own. I don't think Rangers are actually going to go down here. I don't think they can get in the webway fast enough. Nope, they do not. They get killed. Val Hero going for tier 3. That's a good choice here. This Warlock is actually going to take a ton of damage. The Inquisitor might be able to... Nah, he's a bit too far away. He's going to destroy this webway, though. I think Val Hero has won the game at this point. Tex is going for tier 3. We could see a Fire Prism. That would really hard counter the Ogres. But I don't know if he can get it in time. I think Val Hero has enough momentum here that he can just continue to force Tex back and control the VPs. Melta Stormtroopers, so he did commit to the Melta as a counter to the Falcon. Shuriken platform decapping, but this Guardsman squad is going to go blast it. And we do have the Ogrins going in for an engage on the Guardian Squad and the Falcon. Stormtroopers in the perfect position to melt a bomb it. I think the Falcon is going to go down here to the combined threat here. Yeah, just dying from the melter grenade, no less. That was a very good setup by Val Hero to kill the Falcon. You know, Tex is tier 3, but he's only down to 4 units. And Val Hero has... did he actually build the second Ogrins? He might have canceled the second Ogrin. But regardless... Val Hero's going to have a Lehman probably pretty soon, and yeah, at that point, I think the Fire Prism's too little too late. But we can see, Tex can still pull it off here. I think he also overinvested in war gear for the Warlock. I don't think he needed the channeling runes in particular. Using the Cloak and Shroud is kind of fun here to somewhat sneak up on these units, but not really... using it, and the damage reduction to try and cap this VP. Tex is really down to not even holding this requisition point anymore. The Catechins are actually being somewhat annoying. Big engagement here with the Guardians. Guardians taking a lot less range damage here, and that's going to force off both those units. Stormtroopers in a position to kind of harass these Wraithguard, but I don't think that's really going to be super useful. Spotters sitting quite far back and being able to barrage, actually being used quite well. This Sentinel might actually go down here. Yeah, using channeling runes here on the Guardian to keep them topped up. That's a good use of it. This Sentinel might actually go down. At this point, though, Val Hero can afford a Lehman, I believe. And we might actually go for a Baneblade, maybe? That would definitely seal the game, but I don't know if that's necessary. And that is a Seer Council from Tex. That's a decent counter to the Ogrins. But yeah, if he does go for a Baneblade, which it looks like at this point he's going to, Seer Council is not going to do anything. Some extremely good grenades on the Ogrins, wiping them down to almost losing the entire squad. Yep, that's the Baneblade coming from Val Hero.
Just give us a target. We're ready here, sir. Go ahead.
Catechins ambushing the Shuriken platform. Might actually be able to kill it here. Yeah, they do actually kill it. That was pretty brutal. And that also denies Tex his potential for a Bright Lance, so he is down to just a Wraithguard squad. And that's the only anti-vehicle he's going to have against the Baneblade. Wraithguard is pretty powerful against the Baneblade because it's so big, it's really hard to miss. But I don't know if that's going to be enough on its own. And he doesn't really have the income to supplement that, if anything else. Warlock just trying to get in here and tank, but he might actually go down here, being a little greedy. Inquisitor might actually be able to kill him here. He doesn't have enough energy for Hammer of the Witches. Inquisitor forced to retreat. And yeah, I think that's a big retreat from Val Hero here. Seer Council mopping up the Catechins, it looks like. The Catechins did go down. So, I don't know, actually Tex might be able to win this. If he just focuses on the VPs. The VPs are pretty much even at this point. Whoever gets a triple cap for 2 minutes will win. Or a double cap for about 3 minutes. So... And at this point, Val Hero does have the VP advantage, but Tex is capping 2 at the same time here. So if he can cap these VPs, he might actually be able to stay in the game. If he can deny Val Hero from capping them. The Baneblade, it will be good at denying the cap, but the Baneblade is not very good at capturing the VPs itself. So he could theoretically just run circles around the Imperial Guard forces here. I would like to see this Warlock going for the VP instead of capturing the requisition point. And that's the Baneblade revealing itself. Seer Council does see it, but I think he's just going to run over to this VP. It might actually take a ton of damage from that booby trap. And forcing the retreat on the Guardians up here and the Stormtroopers. Ogren's taking big shots from that Wraithguard. Pretty devastating. They're trying to turn invisible, but it's not going to help them much. If Val Hero can get this triple cap and hold it, if he can deny this Inquisitor for just a few seconds... Oh, no. Seer Council being forced off, so... I think Val Hero's going to clutch this. He's going to get this VP pretty handily. He's going to be able to decap the VP in the middle, and then Tex is going to lose in about 2 minutes. We do got a D-Cannon coming out. That might help a little bit against the Baneblade, or even denying the caps, but I don't know if that's going to be quite what he needs here. And we do have Val Hero replacing the Catechins, probably just to sit them on a VP and deny any caps. Warlock is going for the decap over here, but Guardsmen are a decap in the middle, and he does have the right side, so we got a double cap for Val Hero for the next 10 seconds or so. down to a single cap. VPs are super even here. 131 for Val Hero versus 160 for Tex. Val Hero currently draining. D-Cannon just being forced to retreat without doing anything. Wraithguard actually being forced to decap at this point, but they're not going to be able to do that. Ogrins might actually snipe this Guardian squad. Seer Council showing up just in time to deny that. And Warlock trying to get this VP, but the Catechins are blasting him. He wants to get in there and use his Witchblade, but I don't think he's going to be able to pull that off. And we do got a Shuriken platform from Tex, probably to get a Bright Lance. And there's the Assail on the Seer Council. That is pretty much the exact counter to this kind of Seer Council play. It's just immobilize them and then they get shot to pieces. So right now Tex actually does have 2 VPs. If he can hold this for 2 minutes, he might actually win. But I don't think he can. He's focusing on decapping stuff. I think Tex probably should have just went for a Ranger squad instead of this Shuriken platform and just tried to cloak and decap this middle VP. Val Hero doesn't have a ton of detection. He just has the 1 Catechin squad that he rebuilt. Granted, the Baneblade can just attack ground probably, but D-Cannon getting off a shot here, maybe? Yep, might actually get the spotters. No, not quite. I'm not sure if I like this D-Cannon rework, to be honest. I kind of miss the old D-Cannon. It's kind of weird how it works now. Do you have a Webway coming up on this side to really maintain this VP? But I think Val Hero's got a pretty good lock on these two with the Baneblade. Bright Lance is up though, might poke the Baneblade a little bit. Seer Council coming in here, going for the Ogrins. Wraithguard blasting the Catechins. So they might actually die here. The Seer Council might finish them off. Yeah, Seer Council's going to finish off the Catechins, and this Ogren squad might actually die with this Wraithguard support. VPs are pretty much even, but Val Hero still has the double cap. So remember, oh, there comes the nuke on the Wraithguard. Going to deny that cap, but not really going to do much else. Inquisitor is coming over here, but I think Tex can definitely get this VP, and he might be able to get this one on the right side as well. Baneblade is kind of out of position for securing this side. So if Tex can get the double cap here, I think he might be okay. Val Hero, though, is on double cap. Tex is down to 80 VPs. He is securing both victory points, though. This is going to be a real close one, actually, depending on who can get the double cap. Seer Council taking a ton of damage from this assail and going to have to retreat. Yeah, I think actually Tex is going to get this double cap. He should send something to this middle VP. Send the D-Cannon to the middle VP. And then I think he would definitely win. I think the Warlock can deny these guys from capping long enough. Inquisitor almost dying here. Yeah, he is going for that middle VP. He should have left one squad over here, though, maybe. I think Tex can actually win this if he can control these VPs. Force retreat from Val Hero over here. Baneblade is sort of in position here, but Tex is going to have a double cap here, and I think he can actually get this third point up before Val Hero can reinforce, get back in the field. Karsukin squad's coming from Val Hero. That is a good capping squad, but I think it's too little too late at this point. I think Tex might actually just win this on victory point pressure. The Baneblade is not able to cap, which is not going to avail him much here. Tex is playing a little sloppy with some of these squads, though, at this point. He needs to focus the D-Cannon on the VP to deny the cap. And yet these guys are just going to decap it here, so it's going to be a double cap. So we have about a minute here for Val Hero to reclaim some of these victory points. I think Tex can deny this left one for sure. But the center one is going to... Oh, I think that's Eldritch? I'm not sure what it is. Oh, that's a D-Cannon Singularity. Denying the cap at just the last second there. Might be able to get this one as well. Nope, he's going to have to run. But he might actually kill it, totally killing the Stormtrooper squad. He might actually be able to cap this before the Guardsmen finish him off. And recapping this one, I think Tex has won the game right here. Val Hero does not have enough squads to decap this in time, I don't think. It's super close, down to the wire here. Hellfury strike over there. Warlock running in here. He might have... Oh, no. Warlock got blasted by the Baneblade before he could deny the spotters. Valhero might just steal this at the last second here. But he's down to 20 VP, so if Tex gets another double cap, he's not going to be able to secure this for much longer. Tex played a little too sloppy with some of his squads, losing some of his Dire Avengers that he didn't need to. And the Seer Council is very low health here, so I think actually Valhero can push this with the Ogrins. So I think Tex might have lost his window to win this game, unfortunately. That Warlock getting sniped by the Baneblade was, I think, what really sealed the deal. If he decaps this as soon as he can, he might be able to. But now I think Valhero has just secured the game. But the Guardsman squad taking a ton of damage, actually dying. Guardsman squad died, so Valhero is quickly running out of capping squads here. But I don't think there's enough of a buffer on the... using the healing aura from the Webway to keep these Seer Council in the fight. Warlock is just going to go for it on the Baneblade. I think the Baneblade is just going to blast him to pieces, though. And yeah, I think the Seer Council... No, Seer Council's still alive. Warlock is going for it. He does manage to decap it, and does manage to cap the right side, but it's going to be a even cap, so no VP drain right now. Baneblade down to less than half health, though, from that Bright Lance. I think Tex just needs to reinforce and make another consolidated push. Probably, honestly, I think he should just push the middle. Kasserkin squads with plasma guns are going to hold this left side pretty easily. Valhero does not have a lot of capping squads, just the Hero, Ogrins, and Kasserkins. Autark might actually be able to seal this. The Autark is the best capping squad in the game. But I think this Karskin squad is going to deny that kind of strategy, unless he can put Distort Field on her, but even then, I think she's just going to get blasted. But these Ogrins might actually go down. He needs to... Oh, another Stormtrooper squad being called in to cap, but they're just going to get blasted here. Decapping that VP, though, might actually pull this off. Warlock... Or Autark does decap that VP with Distort Field. Down to the wire here. One VP drain for Valhero. All he has to do is deny a cap or a decap. But I think Tex is going to be able to cap this one just fine. But he is also capturing this one on the left side, so he really needs this central decap to stay in the game. But I think the Baneblade is just going to blast these Wraithguard down. He does manage to get the decap on the middle. He needs to pull those Wraithguard out of there, though. They might actually die on retreat here. Tex down to 8 victory points versus 21 for Valhero. Seer Council forcing off the Inquisitor. I think he needs to just cap that center VP with the Seer Council. Or kill the Karskin squad. That would work, too. He does have enough anti-vehicle here. Baneblade is going to go down. And that's a pretty big blow. I think Tex can win this now without that Baneblade up. He's going to get the Autark on this VP to decap. He's going to be able to deny the Stormtrooper from decapping, and he's going to be able to get that center cap. So I think Tex has just won the game by killing that Baneblade there. Yep, Stormtrooper squad's going to get blown up by the grenade. Autark decapping over here, and Tex has won the game at this point. And I think Valhero has pretty much given up on Micronus squads. And that is it. GG. Valhero calls it. And that is the end of our first match. Both heroes level 5. Watching that Infernal Pistol just blast the Autark. Holy moly. Alright, that's the end of game 1. And I shall be casting the other games quite shortly. See you guys soon.